businesses throughout our region are opening new opportunities thanks to some big customers who've decided to share. UPMC, Highmark, and PNC are just a few of the household names from our region participating in SHARE2018, which introduces their top minority suppliers to one another and to other potential customers from across our region. An outgrowth of the annual Corporate Equity and Inclusion Roundtable, the invitation-only SHARE is now in its 4th year. Ruth Byrd-Smith is director of the Allegheny County MWDBE Department, and Maureen Seskey is director of Supplier Diversity and Sourcing Operations at PNC Supply Chain Management. Good to have you both here. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, this thing's been growing every year, huh?
Every year.
Yeah?
4 years now.
That's really great, yeah. Well, as I recall, when this came about, the idea was there's some companies here who have great minority suppliers, but they may not know who each other's are, and is there a way to sort of unlock more opportunities? Is that the way this thing's working out?
It is, and Maureen is going to do the history of the event, and I'm going to tell you about the upcoming event.
All right, where people can find out more. Yeah, so tell me a little about the philosophy behind this, and what might make it a little different from other programs that bring suppliers together.
Yeah, I think what's unique about this event that we have, it's a collaborative event between the region's top corporations, our advocacy organizations and other institutions locally, and the diverse business community. And it's an opportunity to bring them together for some intentional connections that they might not otherwise have if we didn't have an event like this to be able to bring them together for networking.
So how will this kind of work? Is it big seminars? Is it big lectures? Or do they actually get down to do some business while they're there?
Well, the program, Ruth?
Well, we have matchmaking, which is really kind of neat. Each of the organizations that is part of it, as well as some other community partners, comes together and they provide either purchasing agents, which is what we call them in government, or supplier diversity people, help me Maureen,
That's right.
If they're corporations, and they actually sit with those folks for 20 minutes and they actually sit and talk about who they are, what they do, their elevator pitch, but even more important, they get feedback about what corporations are looking for. Because at the end of the day, relationships usually, even though we're a electronic society now, are face-to-face. You make the connection.
Always help to look at somebody across the table, look them in the eye, make sure they're not snowing you, whatever they're telling you about what they can do. I mean, PNC, I would assume, has been, well, number one, you're doing all the time anyway, but with this particular event, you finding it useful, or you think it's...
We definitely are. To Ruth's point, the event's the initial connection, but then these relationships, right, develop outside of this event. So, for example, I know of one local technology company that made their initial connection at this event with a corporation that has gone on to build that relationship and is now on that corporation preferred supplier list. So it's this event creates that initial connection so that they can continue to develop those relationships with the people that they're meeting at the event.
We have so much going on, even in the hallway.
Oh, really?
Because even before they get to the matchmaking, someone sees someone they couldn't or hadn't had an opportunity to meet with, and they're caucusing before the meeting, so it's wonderful.
Must be all I know. If you get a bunch of entrepreneurs and small business people in a room together, it tends to be pretty high energy. Is it a pretty? Is it
For sure.
That way?
It's very exciting.
For people, I know it's an invitation only to actually be able to present at the event, right? But if folks who are watching want to find out more, maybe how they get more involved next year, can they still plug into it this year?
Absolutely. We have a public program portion, and we want to invite our viewers to call in or respond to our event planner. They can come to the public portion, which is great. It's going to include Lynn Hayes Freeland's going to be the MC, Mayor Peduto's the honorary chair, county executive is making opening remarks, but they can attend that, and then next year they can be invited. They can find out what it's about. So if they would contact our event planner, Bounce Marketing.
Bounce Marketing.
Bounce Marketing.
Good.
And they can email her at info@SHARE-Pittsburgh, PGH.
Okay.
info@SHAREPGH.com.
All right.
But they need to do that by close of business on Monday the 26th.
By tomorrow. Okay. Well, then they better get on the case. I would say jump on it.
Seats left.
No, that's good. Well, we'll make sure we put up the information on the screen as we head to break, and hopefully some folks will be able to take advantage of it. And you know, even if you can't participate in the speed dating this year, you never know who you're going to run into in the hallway, right?
Absolutely.
I love it. Well, congratulations to both of you for taking this effort so far. Ruth Byrd-Smith from Allegheny County, Maureen Seskey from PNC. Thank you both. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good luck with the event. Yeah.
Thank you.
Next up, the power of work and how it's changing lives for people in our region with disabilities. Stay with us.